So I sold my shares of Dividend 15 Split Corp to DF.TO yesterday at 5.33. So this is a stock that I bought once at 6.69 and then I bought some more at around a little bit below 4, I believe. So my average was about 4.25. And so I sold it yesterday, making a little bit over 20% gain. So when I bought this initially, I bought it for the dividends, the potential to pay about 28% yield per year in dividends. But because the stock has a condition to pay the dividends, which is net asset value has to be over 15. And as you can see here, below 15. Now, it was actually lower, but it started creeping up with the markets going back up. And it's still at 14.78. So I felt like, yes, soon it's going to start paying the dividends, but at any moment it could drop below 15. The net asset value could drop below 15 and then it stops paying the dividends. So I felt like the consistency of the dividends will not be there. So I didn't feel like keeping it and holding on to it. I think it's been almost a year now. So I just decided to sell it, get the capital gain, and then use the money to write covered calls instead. And if we look at the distributions, you can see that it hasn't paid it for a while. So this is March 2019. Last time it paid it was August 2018, July 2018. So 2 months in the past year. It paid it January 2018, December 2017. So before that, you could see that it's okay, but still it's missed a few months. So yeah, I feel like I missed out on potential to make a 28% yield per year just in dividends without doing anything. But I was tempted by the capital gain of over 20%, and also I felt like even if it starts paying the dividends, if we have one bad month in the market, then the dividends will stop again. So the lack of consistency in the dividends made me get out of this stock with a decent capital gain. But of course, I still have Financial 15 Split Corp, which is FTN.TO. So this one right now is generating a yield of 20% for me because I bought it at 7.4, I believe. So I'm getting a yield of 20% with this stock, and it's pretty consistent. It doesn't miss it that much, that often. And of course, I still have Dividend 15 Split Corp, the first one, which is DFN.TO. This one has never missed a dividend payment, and this one's generating a 15% yield for me right now. So DFN.TO and FTN.TO I still keep for the yields, for the dividends, but DF.TO, because I've had it for a while now and I only got paid twice. It's a monthly distribution and I only got paid twice out of maybe 12 months. And although it does look like it's gonna start paying it again because net asset value is starting to creep up again, and it looks like next month it'll be above 15, but I don't know what's going to happen the following month. It might drop again. So then I just got one dividend payment. So whatever, I just felt like getting out of it and then using the money to write covered calls. And anyways, with my covered call strategy, I could probably make more than 20% per year if things go right, of course. So Quadravest is the company that owns these stocks, these mutual funds. And basically their strategy is they buy these quality companies here. They collect dividends, of course, but they also write covered calls against these stocks that they have. And that's how they're able to pay these great distributions. I mean, Dividend 15 Split Corp never missed a dividend payment, pays 10 cents per share every month. And depending on at what price you bought it, you could be collecting a very good yield. From the stock, I'm collecting 15% because I bought this stock at $8. When they actually issued this mutual fund, they're expecting an 8% yield for the Class A shares. I'm making 15% yield from this because I bought it lower. And there was still an opportunity to buy it even lower and make it an even higher yield. So if you had bought it here at 6.63, you'd be making a ridiculous yield and a consistent one too. This mutual fund has never missed a dividend distribution. So if you would have bought it at 6.63, you'd be making a yield of 18% and very, very consistent. And if you had bought FTN at its lowest point, although FTN missed a few distributions, but not that much. If you had bought FTN at its lowest point, which was 3.27, FTN pays 12 and a half cents, you'd be making a yield of 46% per year if you had bought FTN at its lowest point. That's 46% yield every year. That's ridiculous. Almost 50% of your money you're getting in dividends per year. That's ridiculous. So these mutual funds are definitely something to watch, especially when they drop. I got in at 7.4 on this stock, which is not the best, but it's generating me a 20% yield. I don't have much in it, but 20% is still great. 20%, especially passive income, is amazing because I'm not doing anything and I'm just collecting 20% per year on that. So definitely keep an eye out on these stocks, on these mutual funds. Just be aware that they can terminate the mutual fund. The termination date is always written. So right now on dfn.to, the termination is December 1st, 2024, although it's always subject to 5-year extensions, and they've been extending it for forever. So, but it's just important to know that there's a termination date, and what you get back might be less than what you paid initially. Class A shareholders will get the difference of the net asset value minus $10. So right now, net asset value is 17.69, minus $10 is 7.69. So if they were to terminate this mutual fund today, Class A shareholders would get $7.69. So if you bought the stock at $8 or $9, then you'd be disappointed because you lost a big chunk. So I think it's a great mutual fund, but it's important to get in at the right price. So as you can see, it always trades around $10 on average. So definitely $10, I would not buy at $10, but when it drops like this, it's definitely a good time to get in. So it's the yields are higher, and in case they terminate the mutual fund, you have a better chance of getting what you paid for or more. Alright, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Like always, if you can open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral code in the description below the video to get up to $250 back. I'm starting a WhatsApp group where I'll be sharing my trades live as I place them during the day for $10 a month. If you're interested, check out the links below. Also, it is tax season, so if you're looking for an accountant to do your taxes, don't hesitate to message me. Link will be provided below. Thanks for watching.